Montalvo Broadcasting Network. Support MBN, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, and shop with us over at Montalvo Store. Go to ebay.com and search in the advanced search. Type in Montalvo Store. Now support Montalvo Broadcasting Network. We have a wide array of books on conspiracy, apparel, and much more. Support your favorite radio station, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, by visiting Montalvo Store on ebay.com.
With SRN News, I'm Patrick Foss. President Trump says he will pressure governors to reopen schools and colleges this fall, arguing that some want to keep schools closed for political reasons against the will of families. Speaking at a White House summit, the president congratulated Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for his decision to open schools, saying that other governors should follow suit.
We hope that most schools are going to be open. We don't want people to make political statements or do it for political reasons. They think it's going to be good for them politically, so they keep the schools closed. No way. So we're very much going to put pressure on governors and everybody else to open the schools.
Many families rely on open schools for social services in addition to classroom learning. Also at SRNews.com, Washington Governor Jay Inslee says with the virus rates rising statewide, residents are now required to wear facial coverings inside businesses such as grocery stores and restaurants, or be asked to leave under a new statewide order.
We can lower COVID-19 infection rates by a very simple thing, and that is to wear face coverings. This is a key to keep businesses open. It's pretty simple. Mask up to open up.
Texas has surpassed 10,000 new coronavirus cases in a single day for the first time due to resurgence of the outbreak across the U.S. Major donors to President Trump's election campaigns were among the first to be approved for federal coronavirus aid.
A review of federal data by the Associated Press shows that as much as $273 million in relief money was awarded to more than 100 companies that are owned or operated by major Trump donors. The companies obtained the aid through the Paycheck Protection Program, which offered assistance to small businesses during the pandemic. There is no evidence the companies received favorable treatment, but the distribution of relief money is coming under heightened scrutiny. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Cory Booker has won New Jersey's Democratic Senate primary. This is SRN News. The Trump administration is making progress on religious liberty around the globe.
Got 29 nations and 8 observer nations in the International Religious Freedom Alliance. The alliance has been taking a number of different actions.
Sam Brownback is U.S. Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom.
Asking members to raise their voices about different issues that have been happening. The issue of Esther and Mordecai's tomb and its preservation has come up.
The site is located in Iran and set on fire this year. Voters in Utah have ousted a Republican who came out as a homosexual after first winning office. Nathan Ivey announced his decision last year while serving as a county commissioner. At the time, he said he wanted to let people know it's okay to live authentically in that unbiblical lifestyle. Ivey says he may run again. This is SRN News. The number of passengers getting on airplanes continues to rise.
Air travel around the U.S. continued its slow rise around the July 4th holiday weekend. According to government figures, more than 700,000 people were screened at airport checkpoints over the 3-day period. Those are the highest numbers since March 18th, but they're still down about 66% from a year ago. 5 more airlines have reached tentative agreements on additional government loans to help them survive the pandemic. The Treasury Department says Delta, United, Southwest, Alaska, and JetBlue have signed letters of intent. I'm Shelley Adler.
The U.S. government is launching a national campaign aimed at reducing high suicide rates, particularly among veterans. Its message to the public during the coronavirus pandemic is to reach out to others, talk openly about mental health, and acknowledge daily stresses in people's lives. More details at SRNnews.com. I'm Patrick Foss.
The radical left-wing mob's agenda? Take over our cities, defund the police, pressure more towns to follow, and Joe Biden stands with them. Cutting police funding.
Yes, absolutely.
Eliminating cash bail, letting criminals back on the street, Violent crime exploding. Innocent children fatally shot. Who will be there to answer the call when your children aren't safe?
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
You have reached the 911 police emergency line. Due to defunding of the police department, we're sorry, but no one is here to take your call. If you're calling to report a rape, please press 1. To report a murder, press 2. To report a home invasion, press 3. For all other crimes, leave your name and number, and someone will get back to you. Our estimated wait time is currently 5 days. Goodbye.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
The current state is really not good. 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 The current state is really not good.
You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show.
Listening live to the Bruce Montalvo Show, broadcasting live on Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com/the Bruce Montalvo Show. That's Spreaker.com/the Bruce Montalvo Show. The number to call in and leave a message or call in live if you want to be part of live talk radio. The number to call in is 480-382-8451. That's 480-382-8451. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, and I've never been more disgusted in my life with professional sports. Never have I been more disgusted with these idiots that play professional sports. They don't care about the American people, and they proved this year that this year wasn't like a regular opening day. It was literally opening day at Communist Stadium. They had Black Lives Matter on the pitching mound, but then during the game you couldn't see it. ESPN blocked it off. Oh my God, that's racist. Anyway, you had Fauci throwing out the first pitch ever during a baseball game played during the Corona era. And he threw it out, and he literally threw the ball worse than 50 Cent. It was pathetic. You had the San Francisco Giants and Dodgers in LA at Dodger Stadium coming out wearing Black Lives Matter shirts, and all of them were wearing masks. I thought this was supposed to be America's pastime, not communist opening day at communist friggin' stadium. You see the Cincinnati Reds. I understand why the Cincinnati Reds exist. The Reds, get it? The communists. So you see Fauci going out there wearing the Reds. He's wearing the Washington National. He's wearing the red. And yeah, this is all part of some Freemasonic Brotherhood. They're doing the knee. That's part of the Freemasonic Brotherhood. They're all holding some type of Masonic rope. It's like some Masonic rope ritual they were holding during the game. And I'm just watching to see because it is supposed to be historic, right? It's supposed to be a historic time. America's pastime now has officially become communist. The Yankees and the Nationals knelt before the national anthem. And the national anthem at Dodger Stadium was just butchered, and I'm surprised they even had it at all. I mean, You're not gonna say that the Dodgers are racist. They're one of the most unracist organizations in all of baseball. I mean, you forget about Jackie Robinson. Okay, they shouldn't have to do anything to show solidarity with communism, because that's what Black Lives Matter is. It's communism. It's flat out communism, and I mean, this is just funny because they put the Black Lives Matter BLM, which is MLB, Major League Baseball backwards, but they put the BLM on the pitcher's mound, and then the whole time the ticker for ESPN is blocking it during the games. It's hysterical. These idiots are all keeping 6 feet away, and the coaches are all wearing masks. I mean, this is the most un-American thing I've ever seen. Opening night 2020 literally is opening night at Communist Stadium. I'm not calling it Dodger Stadium anymore. It's Communist Stadium because it's like a Nazi FEMA camp center where they're having people tested for coronavirus. You can't go see the game, okay? But you can go get tested in the Dodger Stadium parking lot. And the NBA was no different. The NBA had a scrimmage, their restart, and you see they have Black Lives Matter on the courts, and they're wearing masks during the game, and I don't know how you could even do that, or even advocate wearing a mask. One idiot basketball player in the NBA said that his mask actually helps him play better. But the whole game of baseball is Masonic. You have the whole diamond. It goes back to the Aztec game, the death games of Toluca. And you have the diamond. Everything has to do with Freemasonry in baseball. Everything. The white gloves they're wearing, the gavel, the bat, the strike of death, the pitcher. The pitcher represents life, and then the batter goes up there and he represents death. So it's also symbolic of the 6 feet they want to keep. You see how the baseball players are always keeping a good distance from each other. And everybody's wearing masks in professional sports now. It's like 3M95 masks are become the new Nike. And as you see, Nationals to display Black Lives Matter stencil on pitcher's mound. MLB opening day. MLB to use Black Lives Matter stencil and mound during opening week. Yankees and Nationals kneel in support of Black Lives Matter. And they got rid of the Washington Redskins. The Cleveland Indians are probably next. And the Nationals, what are you national about? You have national pride? They're probably going to go next. This is just crazy. It's total PR publicity stunt and a psyop. Okay, and in the end, the game sucked. Fauci threw the ball like shit in front of nobody. They all got stats. What was it? Giancarlo Stanton hit the first coronavirus home run in front of no one. And then the game got rained out. So it just keeps raining shit in the year 2020, where nothing can go right in the sports world, is just truly ridiculous. And the sports world is hell-bent on saying that Trump is racist. Didn't he pardon Jack Johnson, legendary boxer Jack Johnson, the first black ever heavyweight, or who knows what he did, but he probably raped some white woman. Didn't Trump pardon him? Didn't Trump get an award with Rosa Parks? How could they keep saying that he's racist and they got to have this whole Black Lives Matter movement in sports, in the bread and circus, which is what it is. It's a bread, it's a circus. Speaking of circus, Mike Tyson is coming back at age 54, and he's going to fight Roy Jones Jr., which on paper, that sounds like one hell of a good fight, right? But they signed a clause not to knock each other out. So they literally are selling a Mike Tyson fight without a knockout. Good luck with that. But the standings here, if you're going to place your bets in Vegas, they still allow you to do that. The Dodgers, the LA teams are looking good this year. LA teams. So be sure to run to your bookie and bet on the LA teams, because they're going all the way this year. That is, if they don't get hit by a giant fucking earthquake, and then that plus coronavirus stops the 2020 season altogether. Opening night at Communist Stadium. That is, Dodger Stadium used to be like hallowed grounds to me. You know what I'm saying? It was like the Vatican to me. Now it's like the Vatican to me, right? It's like a den of communism. That's literally what it is. I mean, could you believe this? No fans. No fans. They actually put more like advertisement and fake fans that look creepy as hell. I mean, it's literally the Twilight Zone in baseball right now. Some of the fake fans have face masks, others don't. So I guess the fake fans, the fake cardboard cutout fans that aren't wearing face masks, don't care about the lives of the masked cardboard face mask wearers, the virtual fans. Give me a break. Okay? And what I don't understand is people have played baseball for years. They never had to wear a corona mask. But I guess, since they're not letting you go to the baseball games, people don't have to worry about getting hit by friggin' fly balls. That's out of the question. They're not letting you even go to the damn game. And when they do let you go to the game, you're going to be masked. Okay? They're going to force you to wear the friggin' mask. So all I want to know is, we know that no lives matter to the New World Order. But do masked lives matter? Okay, because of Fauci now, I have to be short of breath and breathe in my own carbon dioxide and die from it, possibly. Okay, I can't go to fucking miniature golf, or I can't go bowling. I can't go to the batting cages. I can't do a damn thing until 2028 or until forever. Because the lockdown's supposed to be forever now. Okay, I'm supposed to just stay in my home and play puzzles. Make a jigsaw puzzle, according to Fauci or Fraudchi, friggin' Fugazi. That means he's a fake. He's a quack. I mean, these fans, they're cardboard cutouts. It's like we're living in some matrix. So look, that's what the athletes are showing you. They're saying that they don't give a damn about you, that as long as they get paid, they don't care if they play in front of cardboard cutouts. You should have seen how goofy some of these cardboard cutouts of fans look like. Look like illegal aliens, babies they're going to sacrifice or traffic during the games, who knows. Fox MLB broadcasts will fill empty ballpark seats with virtual fans. Fox Sports will digitally insert fake fans into MLB games. Report, Fox to use virtual fans for 2020 games. Virtual fucking fans. What are we, in the Matrix? And it's funny because they're having the Dodger game, the opening starting lineups, they were using the club remix from the Matrix. So they're using the Matrix to introduce themselves in front of virtual fans. So this just keeps getting weirder and weirder. We're going straight into the Matrix. Fake fans, you're not allowed to go see your favorite baseball team. You're not allowed to enjoy America's pastime because we're in the communist USS of A. Dodger Stadium looks like a empty fucking Disneyland that nobody's allowed to go to. Okay? And this is just the weirdest year ever, with cardboard cutouts of fans and everybody wearing a face mask. Is just creepy and weird. It's like a simulated simulacrum. It's like a Matrix. It's weird. You have this unelected master vaxxer, Anthony Fauci, this quack that if his response to America was how he throws the baseball. That's how it is. That's how he responds. He wants to keep the country locked down until 2028, and he's a freaking quack. This guy, he's selling tickets to the coronavirus live in concert, and it's sold out, but nobody's allowed to go. He wants to keep the country in total lockdown for Lord knows how long. What, until 2028? This guy's insane. So you have Anthony Fauci ruining the country, ruining the United States of America, and now ruining baseball. So meanwhile, we'll go back to basketball. Remember, it's opening night at the Commie Basketball League also. LeBron scored 12 points in front of no one. That's right. He scored 12 points. And no assists because he's a ball hog. And he scored them in front of no one. Okay? And it's just, these people are insane. This bread and circus is insane. It is totally helping indoctrinate the masses into the one world order. And it is just a circus. And now people aren't allowed to eat any bread. They're just allowed to watch the circus. And they literally turned all these stadiums into COVID testing centers. You should see the Dodger Stadium parking lot. You used to be able to sell cars out there. Stolen cars, right? It looks like a big stolen car lot. That's what the cholos would do. They'd steal your car, and then while you're watching the game, they're like already selling it somewhere. But now none of that stuff's going on. Now it's just COVID testing. Thank you for testing today. Stay healthy and safe and go back home. Not before I put this fucking cotton swab in your brain. Meanwhile, these baseball guys, we always know that baseball, they're kind of like pussies. They're like one of the pussy sports. Right, it takes precise vision and finesse and good ball handling skills and ball and glove and all that. But look at this. If you look into the Dodgers dugout, they have like an industrial size can of hand sanitizer, and that's for the whole team to jerk themselves off when they're done playing, because they're so excited and they just can't hide it. They're a bunch of fruits. Yeah, right. That's why the mainstream media doesn't know about me, because I'm not PC. Yeah, industrial can size hand sanitizer. That's what you see now in Major League. Before, you used to see them chewing tobacco and spitting it and stuff. Now it's hand sanitizer. Wow, yeah, you just rub chemicals into your hands every five seconds. If the government really cared about you, they wouldn't make you misuse the mask, because that leads to death. And even the CDC said that the mask doesn't work. The World Health Order that Fauci and company are helping usher in, they've said that the mask doesn't work. Okay? So they don't want to help you. The government actually gave injected syphilis to Guatemalans, Salvadorians, whatever the hell. Yeah. So they go around and they inject syphilis to people for their troubles. Right? And how about this? Pneumonia has killed way more people than coronavirus. Why weren't people wearing masks to avoid getting the corona pneumonia virus? No, they didn't. So why should you give a damn? Why should you keep complying to this? Like, it almost seems like Muslim indoctrination to hide your whole face. You know, whatever, you know, if you want to dress like a ninja and kick people now because the coronavirus helps you look like a ninja, I guess that's the thing to do now. You learn fucking ninjutsu and throw ninja stars at people. I don't know. That's what it's going to get to. So now, you know, I never thought I'd see it, but there was a woman in baseball, and she's a coach. So I don't know what the hell they're going to do. What, now that they're going to have, like, intersex play because, you know, nobody gives a damn about sports. Seriously, look, the seats were empty even before they started putting fucking cardboard cutouts in there. The seats were already getting empty. Now there's some woman coach for the San Francisco the San Francisco Amalek Giants, whatever they are. Anyway, Fauci, going back to Fauci throwing the ball, there was an epic sporting fail. And he literally tried to throw a curve, but he flattened it. He threw a flattened curve all the way somewhere. It didn't go to home plate. It was awful. It was like the worst opening day pitch ever in the history of baseball. I mean, and then that game, it didn't even end. They couldn't even end it. It was like rained out. So I mean, it just goes to show you. It just keeps raining shit on sports in the year 2020. And Fauci's presence alone right there on the pitcher's mound, as pathetic as it was, it shows the strength. It shows the strength of how the mafia runs all sports, because he's a dirty, wop, guinea son of a bitch. And there he is. He's there because his masters put him there. His guinea wop son of a bitch masters that hate America and are trying to destroy it, and they're purposefully doing these riots and doing these pandemic lockdowns to overthrow Trump, if Trump isn't in on it himself with them. And the players, they don't play the sport because they care about the fans. They play the sport because they're getting paid and they want to keep driving Ferraris. So they could play in front of cardboard cutouts forever. They literally are saying fuck you to all the fans. They said, fuck you, pay me. I don't give a fuck about the fans. Just pay me. And we can have a big old brotherhood. So we know that kids aren't getting sick at all from coronavirus, yet the schools are closed. The commie schools are closed. That might be a plus. And we also know that the masks don't work. The WHO, the World Health Order, and the CDC, the ones that control all diseases for you and me, they admitted that the masks don't work. So the schools are closed. The kids don't get sick. You got to wear the mask, but the masks don't work. And lockdowns don't work. They destroy the economy, but they're planning more lockdowns. I just read in the paper they're planning more friggin' lockdowns. This is the permanent lockdown. This is the lockdown of your life. But nevertheless, they held their simulacra and simulation. Yeah, my wife told me about this guy Baudrillard, and I looked it up and saw these videos about what would Baudrillard think about the Matrix. Well, you saw the Matrix. You saw it opening day at Communist Stadium. Nobody's allowed in. Nobody's allowed to walk around and eat at Disneyland because then a crew of Disney Gestapo will take you and your kids and sodomize you for all your troubles. They'll sodomize you right in your ear, right in front of your kids. Look, what do you expect? That baseball is a completely Masonic game? Going back, like I said, to the Aztec death game of Toluca. I mean, it's everything. The diamond, everything. The pitcher stands where the G is, and the second baseman is by the top of the compass, and the third baseman is on the left side of the ruler, and the first baseman's on the right side of the rule, the home plate, whatever. You just look at it, Google it. It's not hard to find the Masonic connection to the game of baseball. This is what it is, one big Masonic brotherhood just laughing at you. They never cared about America. They never cared about anything. They just cared about getting paid. And they don't give a damn. Look, you know what Fauci's doing? He's driving this Winnebago, we call America, straight down the highway to hell. Okay? That's what he's doing. Okay? Meanwhile, they want you to stay inside playing fucking jigsaw puzzles and wearing a mask indoors and watching sporting events that you're not allowed to go to. Anyway, this is opening night at Communist Stadium. We'll be right back with another thrilling episode of the Bruce Montalvo Show's Lockdown Marathon. It keeps coming. I'm not going to stop rocking until the corona stops knocking. I'll be right back.
Montalvo Broadcasting Network. Support MBN, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, and shop with us over at Montalvo Store. Go to ebay.com and search in the advanced search. Type in Montalvo Store. Now support Montalvo Broadcasting Network. We have a wide array of books on conspiracy, apparel, and much more. Support your favorite radio station, Montalvo Broadcasting Network, by visiting Montalvo Store on ebay.com.
Tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock, conceptual subculture, or the edgiest, most cutting-edge designs of jewelry today. Go to etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, organite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy. Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one-of-a-kind, handmade by Bruce and Jaja. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there.
The stylish and hippest clothing around. Go to Poshmark.com. Poshmark.com at Anti-Culture. At Anti-Culture. The coolest, hippest apparel on the internet. Poshmark.com at Anti-Culture.
Hi, this is Jaja. Come shop with us at Poshmark.com/closet/anticulture. Sign up for Poshmark using our code ANTICULTURE. That way you can have $5 in your pocket when you join up and you can buy something from our store. We have mad stuff like upcycle things, Armani, Hurley, O'Neill. We upcycling all kinds of things like LL Bean. And plus we got our tie-dyes and just mad stuff. Just come check us out. Also you can sell your own stuff too using the Poshmark app. But sign in first using our code ANTICULTURE. And you can find us at Poshmark.com/closet/anticulture. Or when you're up in there, just at Anticulture us. And you can look under the peoples. Check you out. Peace.